ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। Namaskar to all of you and wish you safe and sound health, good health, strength, peace and joy in the times of pandemic, in the time of the COVID-19 infection, which is running riot, which is creating havoc even now, and it may go on. As all of you know, let us face the brute, let us face the unseen enemy. And today I'm just sharing with you an interesting story which Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to narrate to his disciples and to the devotees who used to come to the Dakshineshwar temple. As you know, the highest Vedanta, the deepest philosophy, the toughest truths were all explained in simple parables, simple truths, simple examples, personal examples and practical examples, village examples, which Sri Ramakrishna used to observe. He was a master teacher, he used to observe a lot and then convey that with a punch, with a humor, with an interesting anecdote. So one such anecdote Sri Ramakrishna used to tell is God is everywhere. Ishavasyamidam sarvam. God is everywhere, God in everything, as we read in Vivekananda's lecture on Gnana Yoga, in one of the lectures called God in Everything, or God is everything. Ishavasyamidam sarvam. Yat kinchit jagatyam jagat. Taking the cue from that idea, that guru, a particular guru, he was teaching his disciples, few of them, that God is everywhere. You have to respect the animals, you have to respect the people, and try to see God, practice to see God everywhere. That was a very good lesson. He has said, my boys, remember, God resides everywhere and in everyone. It is God that has become this world. You and I and all the beings we see are all God in different forms. Therefore, never be unkind to anyone. Insulting or harming any other is insulting and harming God himself. By doing wrong to someone, you are doing wrong to yourself. So, if you want to be happy, recognize God in everyone. So that was the wonderful teaching of the guru, of a teacher to his disciples. And the chapter concluded, the lesson concluded, and these people went to the forest one day to collect firewood, to collect some fruit maybe, and water from the forest, rivers, and bring it back to his monastery, to his ashram. Then all of a sudden, all of these students heard somebody shouting, move away, move away. There is a mad elephant rushing through. It will kill you. It will bulldoze everything in its path. So everybody, all the students ran away, right? Except this one intelligent and very interesting guy who said, hey, why are you running away? Our teacher has said that see God in everything. So elephant also is God. We need not run away. Why fear from God? Nobody listened to him. Everybody was shocked and see the cry, the shout, the warning given by the people, run away, run away. Mad elephant is coming. It will trample you. It will kill you, etc., etc. Then this particular student with great devotion, closing his eyes, did Ganesha Stotram. Gananam tva ganapatigam havamahe, etc., etc., and repeated the name of Ganesha, O Ganeshaya Namaha, such a wonderful God you are, and everything. The man sitting on the elephant, the Mahut, was shouting, hey, you fool, move away from the place, I cannot help you. But the man was so devoted, the boy was so devoted, he was praying and praying and praying. The elephant came, caught hold of him by its trunk, whirled him round and threw him off. He hit against a tree, some rocks and stones, bleeding whole night. Other disciples ran away in fear to the ashram. Then early morning, the sunrise, sun rays, all the students came, the guru came and found this fellow injured, wounded, semi-conscious, simply crying, pani, pani, etc. They took him back to the monastery, to the ashram, and fed him, nursed him, treated him. And when he became normal by afternoon, he could answer the questions of the guru. He said, hey, why did you not move away from the place when the Mahut was telling, when the man was telling, move away like the other disciples? This fellow, even then, was praying, "Oh, my friends, my other friends could not know what you taught. I tried to practice seeing God in the elephant also, but the poor elephant doesn't know that I am seeing it as God." Okay. Then the Guru said, "What a fool you are. I told you everything is God, and you also practiced. I appreciate that, but you forgot, you fool, that the man who is sitting on the elephant, who is warning you, move away, and this elephant is mad, it will trample you, it will kill you. Why did you not listen to him? Is he not God?" Such a wonderful example Sri Ramakrishna used to give. So the inner reality is there. The inner reality is the same in everything, but there are differences of manifestation in the outer forms. Wisdom lies in understanding the one reality behind the many appearances. So just because there is God in the tiger, you will not go and hug the tiger, you will not embrace the tiger, and the poor tiger will be so satisfied with your blood and with your flesh. It will tell, "Oh God, thank you for providing me such a wonderful meal." So that tiger, Narayan, should be respected from a distance. The cobra Narayan should be respected from a distance. So similarly, the Mahut birds, the owner of the elephant who was sitting, is not able to control the elephant. This boy should have heard his cry, heard his appeal, and moved away from the place and respected everybody. So this is common sense. This is Vedanta in its application, beautifully explained by Sri Ramakrishna, and may we have that common sense. May we have that buddhi to save ourselves and protect our people from disaster, from all these things, and lead a peaceful, lead a wholesome life, lead a holistic life. Thank you all. Namaste.